Previously on Garden Queen.
This is one of my favorite trees in my garden here. Well, I love anything that flowers, and my lilac bush behind me, there's two of them and they give such a luxurious show. But I'm going to have to cut this first one here out, and for good reason. It has several different issues going on. Let's get in close and I'll show you what I'm talking about. First issue, see how I'm just able to just pull like this? We should not be able to pull on this lilac tree like this. And it makes me feel like I can almost just rip it out. So that's the first issue. Second issue, if we come over here on this side, over here. So let's get up underneath here. You can see we have holes in some of them. We do have growth at the top. It's just not gonna work for what we need it for. And then like even here on this side, you can see where this piece right here was damaged in the storm. We need to just go ahead and just rip this out. What do you think about these black containers here? We would kind of use them flanking the ends of the house here, but here is the thing. We have these containers here that flank the entryway. Then we also have some containers, two sets of containers here that house the standard hydrangeas, right? So that is a second set of containers that's completely different from the other two. Now, if we went ahead and we used these containers right here, I definitely think we could get away with them. But the problem is now that's three sets of containers. I have my husband headed out to the storage unit. He's going to look to see if he can find the containers that match the sets up here. If he can find those, then everything is fine and well. If he can't, then this is our backup plan. What I want to do is show you where I'm thinking about placing these containers at, and I want your opinion. Drop down in the comment box. Tell me if they'll work or not. This is where we would have the container at right here. We have the soil. Now, my husband is at the storage unit right now. He's picking up those containers that we need in order to pot that area up. I kind of feel like that area is so naked, and I'm excited to get something right there in that area. Now, initially when we first bought that house, I wanted to go in and I wanted to flank. Hold on, here's my husband right now. Hold on, y'all. Hello?
Hey, I'm not seeing any pots.
Do you see? Okay, so when you first come in on that left-hand wall, there should be a collection of containers right there. Do you see them?
No, I don't see any pots right there.
Okay, so if you walk in the front door and you're facing that back wall, there should be a collection of containers right there on your left-hand side. See the fountain?
Yes, I see the fountain.
So right there on the side of the fountain, there should be a collection of pots. Do you see them?
Oh, they're not here.
Okay, I can come out there and meet you. You want me to?
No, I don't need you to meet me out here because we'll be drinking more than what you're looking for.
Okay, so just grab something that'll go with what I'm trying to do in the front. Whatever you grab, I'll use. Fingers crossed.
Okay, I got you.
All right, bye-bye.
All right.
do want to run in the back real quick and troubleshoot one of my fountains before it gets too dark. Now I do have 3 fountains. You guys see this one here, I love it. And the one that we're going to troubleshoot is the one that my boys got me for Mother's Day. So let's run in the back because we are clearly losing light. But what you think about that? I'm going to connect to this black tubing right here. Now we take our coupler, we put our coupler inside of the 1/4 inch poly tubing. We're going to take our tool and we're going to just make a hole just like this. Very easy. Then from there we take our coupler and we put it inside of the tubing just like this. This is going to come, just take the tool, make another hole right here, take our coupler, put it inside just like this. Okay, tuck it in the bricks. This goof plug, and we'll put it right here. Now that hole is fixed. So we'll just guide this over this way. I'm gonna wrap this around this tree and then we'll come back to this. So we'll wrap it around. Okay, so that's our leeway right there. Now, it's gonna come right here. This is where we're going to have it going across it. This is 1/2 inch poly T-fitting, and I'll show you this close up. So what I like to do, instead of me using clamps, right, I like to use these T-fittings. They're easier, better on the hands, and it's less supplies. Just twist in there. Now I can tap into my drip tubing. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to make a cut right here. I'm in on this side and I'm just going to push this in. This is our drip tubing. I'm just going to work that in there like this. It might be a little bit hard to get in there if it's not warmed up. And then you just twist this. And then I'll just tie this in on this side. So now we have a 3-point connector. Bring it back in. Okay, so we'll put another coupler in. And then we'll come in and we'll take this punch tool and we'll make a hole in the 1/2-inch poly tube. We have our hole here. Then we'll come in and just connect this in there. Pull it through on this side just like this. Alright, so we'll come in and we'll tap in here too. We'll finally give this a cut. I'm going to measure this because now we're going to run drip tubing around this lilac here, which is established so it won't need much. But what we'll do is we'll cut this poly tubing about right here. So let's cut this. That way we can pick up behind the gutter here. That I've shown my process, how I tie my containers in. We got the 2 containers at the front tied in. Want to also go in and tie in this hydrangea bush right here, tie in this lilac, clean this area up, because now since we have the lilacs missing from this area, it gives us an opportunity to come in with more foundation plants. So before we can do that, I do want to go ahead and just get this area cleaned up. On this geranium, we have some Japanese beetles. I'm going to show you how I treat them in my garden. I have a dish with some soapy water. You can either take it like that, but what I do is I just go in, take the Japanese beetle, and just put it inside of the water just like that. It just floats around in the water, dish water. There it is, our Japanese beetle. I don't see any more, but I'll just be checking to make sure. Drop cloth came off at the sunniest part of the day. You could already start to see where we had a little bit of burn going on, but I don't think it'll get any more than this. If it does, then I don't have any problem with coming back out here, spraying another application of wilt-proof. In addition to spraying another application of wilt-proof, I will go ahead and I'll put the drop cloth back on it. I ended up pulling both lilacs because as I was working, I was seeing the same problems that I had on the first lilac was on the second lilac. Now these were old-fashioned varieties, so a lot of times you will see more problems with your old-fashioned varieties here. I just got done working. Now, let's move to the front where we have more light. Everything is set up on drip tubing. I do want to test it though. So my drip tubing is ran off of my phone. Let me get Penelope because she's going to just keep acting a fool. Come on. Wear your leash. Sit. 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 Good girl. You want to test this really, really quick. So I'm going to go to the zones. We're going to see if the zones kick on for us. Okay, so I just cleared my notifications real quick. It's thinking about it. Okay, we're going to do zone 1 and we're just going to push run. Okay, see if it kicks on. I heard the click. Wear your leash. Go get your leash. Go ahead. Let it go, go, let it go, go. Okay, so let's check down here and see if it's working. So we have this one right here. Yep, can you guys see it? So we're good.